What if I told you that the difference between struggling financially and building real wealth isn't becoming a millionaire? It's not making $1 million. It's not owning a luxury home. And it's not having a six-figure salary. The real turning point is much smaller than most people think. It's your first $100,000. According to many successful investors, including legendary wealth builders, the first $100,000 is the hardest money you'll ever make. But once you reach that milestone, something incredible starts to happen. Your money begins working harder than you do. Compound interest starts generating more wealth than your monthly contributions. And for the first time, financial freedom stops feeling like a dream and starts becoming reality. Yet most people never reach this point. Not because they're lazy, not because they're unintelligent, but because they fall into a few hidden traps that quietly destroy their wealth before it ever has a chance to grow. Today, we're going to reveal exactly why the first $100,000 changes everything, the biggest mistakes holding people back, and a simple roadmap you can start using today. And make sure you stay until the end, because the final strategy might be the easiest wealth-building habit you'll ever implement. Let's begin. Most people believe that earning more money automatically makes them wealthy. It sounds logical. If you earn more, you should have more, right? Not necessarily. Imagine two people. The first person earns $60,000 per year. The second person earns $150,000 per year. Who becomes wealthy first? Most people instantly choose the second person. But here's the twist. The first person saves and invests 20% of their income every month. The second person spends nearly everything they earn. They upgrade their car, upgrade their house, upgrade their lifestyle. And before they realize it, they're living paycheck to paycheck despite earning a high income. This is known as lifestyle inflation. As income rises, expenses rise right alongside it. The bigger paycheck never creates wealth because every extra dollar gets spent. And this is exactly why many high-income earners still feel financially trapped. The problem isn't income. The problem is the gap between what you earn and what you keep. Wealth isn't built by how much money passes through your hands. It's built by how much stays there. So why does everyone talk about the first $100,000? Why not $50,000? Why not $1 million? Because $100,000 is where compound growth starts becoming visible. Let's imagine you invest consistently over time. At first, progress feels painfully slow. You save, you invest, you wait, and it seems like nothing is happening. Many people quit during this phase. They think investing doesn't work. But what they don't realize is that compound interest behaves like a snowball rolling downhill. At the beginning, the snowball looks tiny. Its growth seems insignificant. Then suddenly, it becomes massive. The same thing happens with wealth. During the early years, most of your portfolio growth comes from your own contributions. But once your investments reach a substantial size, the investment returns start contributing more than you do. That's the moment everything changes. Instead of relying entirely on your paycheck, you now have an asset quietly generating wealth in the background. Your money starts earning money, and that money starts earning more money. This is the engine that creates millionaires. One of the biggest financial mistakes people make is believing they missed their chance. Maybe you're thinking, I should have started investing at 20. I should have bought stocks years ago. I should have learned this earlier. But regret is one of the most expensive emotions in personal finance because it keeps people frozen. The truth is simple. You cannot change yesterday. You can only control today. Imagine planting a tree. The best time to plant it was 20 years ago. The second best time is right now. Investing works the same way. The earlier you start, the more time your money has to grow. But even if you're starting later than you hoped, starting now is infinitely better than waiting another 5 years. Every year you delay has a cost. Every month you postpone has a cost. Every day you hesitate has a cost. The market rewards action, not perfection. And that's why the most successful investors aren't necessarily the smartest. They're often just the most consistent. Before you focus on investing, there's something that deserves your attention first. High-interest debt. This is the silent killer of financial progress. Imagine trying to fill a bucket with water while there's a giant hole in the bottom. No matter how much water you pour in, it keeps leaking out. That's exactly what high-interest debt does to your finances. Many credit cards charge interest rates that can exceed 20%. Now think about that. If your investments earn 8% annually, but your debt costs 20%, you're moving backward. The math is working against you. Every dollar used to eliminate high-interest debt produces a guaranteed return equal to the interest rate you're avoiding. That's why paying off expensive debt is often the smartest investment you can make. It's not exciting. It won't make headlines. But it's one of the fastest ways to improve your financial position. And once that debt disappears, something amazing happens. The money that was going to interest payments becomes available for saving and investing. Instead of making lenders richer, you're making yourself richer. And that's when real wealth building begins. Most people think building wealth requires complicated spreadsheets, advanced stock picking skills, or spending hours every week tracking the market. It doesn't. In reality, the wealthiest investors often follow surprisingly simple systems. Why? Because systems beat motivation. Motivation comes and goes. Systems keep working whether you feel inspired or not. That's why successful wealth builders focus on creating automatic habits instead of relying on willpower. Here's a simple framework you can remember. CEO. 3 letters. 3 actions. And together, they can completely transform your financial future. C equals cut waste, not happiness. When people hear the word budget, they often imagine a life filled with sacrifice. No vacations, no restaurants, no fun. But that's not the goal. The goal isn't to spend less on everything. The goal is to spend less on things that don't matter so you can spend more on things that do. Look at your monthly expenses. There are probably subscriptions you forgot about, impulse purchases you barely remember, services you rarely use, convenience spending that's become a habit. These small leaks may not seem important individually, but together, they can drain thousands of dollars every year. Instead of eliminating joy from your life, eliminate waste. Keep what genuinely improves your happiness. Remove what doesn't. That's how smart savers think. E equals earn more. There's a limit to how much you can cut, but there's almost no limit to how much you can earn. Many people spend years trying to save an extra $50 per month. Meanwhile, a promotion, new skill, side business, or career move could increase their income by hundreds or even thousands of dollars every month. The biggest wealth accelerators are often income-related. Learning valuable skills, negotiating raises, starting a side hustle, building an online business, creating digital products, freelancing, consulting. The higher your income, the more fuel you can put into your investment engine. Saving matters, but earning power matters too. The strongest financial plan combines both. O equals optimize and automate. This is where the magic happens, because the less you rely on discipline, the more likely you are to succeed. Let's say your paycheck arrives every Friday. Instead of manually deciding what to do with your money each week, create an automated system. A portion goes to savings. A portion goes to investing. A portion covers expenses. Everything happens automatically. No stress. No decision fatigue. No temptation. The money moves before you even have a chance to spend it. This is how many wealthy people operate. Not because they're more disciplined than everyone else, but because they've removed the need for discipline altogether. Automation turns good intentions into actual results. And over years, those automated decisions can create life-changing wealth. Now let's talk about one of the simplest wealth-building habits you'll ever hear. Every year, increase your investment rate by just 1%. That's it. Nothing dramatic. Nothing painful. Just 1%. Imagine you're currently investing 10% of your income. Next year, increase it to 11%. The following year, 12%, then 13%, and so on. Most people won't even notice the difference. But over time, this tiny adjustment creates a massive impact. Why? Because your savings rate grows alongside your income. As your career advances and your salary increases, more money automatically flows into investments. And because the increase is so small, it rarely feels like a sacrifice. The secret isn't making huge changes. The secret is making small changes consistently. That's how wealth is built. Not through one giant decision, but through thousands of small decisions repeated over time. Imagine building a castle. Before you decorate the inside, you build strong walls. The same principle applies to your finances. Before aggressively investing, you need protection. That's where an emergency fund comes in. Think of it as your financial fortress. Your first line of defense against life's surprises. Job loss, medical emergencies, unexpected repairs, economic downturns. Without an emergency fund, even a small crisis can force you into debt. Or worse, it can force you to sell investments at exactly the wrong time. That's why many financial experts recommend keeping 3 to 6 months of living expenses in a safe and accessible account. Some people choose even more. The exact amount isn't as important as having a safety net, because peace of mind has value. When you know you're prepared for unexpected events, you make better financial decisions. You stop acting out of fear, and fear is one of the biggest enemies of long-term investing. Here's something that surprises many beginners. Most professional fund managers fail to beat the market over long periods of time. Think about that. These are people with advanced degrees, massive research teams, powerful technology, and decades of experience. Yet many still underperform simple index funds. Why? Because predicting the future is extremely difficult. Even experts struggle to consistently identify winning stocks. That's why many successful investors choose a simpler approach. Instead of trying to pick winners, they buy the market itself. This is the idea behind index funds. An index fund owns small pieces of hundreds or even thousands of companies. You're not betting on one business. You're participating in the growth of the entire economy. When businesses grow, your investments grow. When innovation happens, your portfolio benefits. When the economy expands over decades, you share in that success. It's simple, low cost, diversified, and historically very effective. The beauty is that you don't need to constantly monitor the market. You don't need to watch financial news every day. You don't need to predict which company will dominate 10 years from now. You simply stay invested and allow time to do the heavy lifting. Most investors focus on returns, but few pay attention to fees, and that can be a costly mistake. Imagine two investors. Both earn the same market returns. Both invest consistently. Both stay invested for decades. The only difference? One pays high fees. The other pays low fees. At first, the difference seems tiny, but over decades, those fees compound. Just like investment gains compound. And the result can be staggering. Thousands, tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars can disappear simply because of unnecessary fees. The lesson is simple. Always understand what you're paying. Because every dollar spent on excessive fees is a dollar that can't compound for your future. And compounding is too powerful to waste. At this point, we've covered the framework, the 1% rule, emergency funds, index funds, and why fees matter. But we're not done. Because even people who understand all of these concepts often fail to reach $100,000. Why? Because of 4 hidden traps. These traps quietly destroy financial progress and keep millions stuck for years. And the most dangerous one is probably the one you're least expecting. By now, you understand the roadmap. You know how compound interest works. You know why automation matters. You know the importance of eliminating high-interest debt and investing consistently. So why do so many people still fail? Because knowledge alone isn't enough. The real battle is psychological. And there are 4 dangerous traps that quietly destroy wealth before it has a chance to grow. Let's start with the first one. Everyone wants results. And everyone wants them fast. That's why people are constantly chasing shortcuts. The latest meme stock. The newest crypto hype. The overnight success story. The influencer promising financial freedom in 30 days. The reality? Real wealth rarely happens overnight. What you see online is usually the highlight reel. You don't see the years of work, the failures, the setbacks, the sacrifices. You only see the outcome. The wealthiest investors in history didn't build fortunes by constantly jumping from one trend to another. They built systems. They stayed consistent. They focused on long-term growth. Think about it. A tree doesn't become massive in a week. It grows gradually, day after day, year after year. Wealth works the same way. The people who become financially successful are often the ones willing to be patient while everyone else is chasing shortcuts. The irony? Slow wealth building usually ends up being the fastest path to lasting financial success. The second trap may surprise you. It's becoming obsessed with saving every penny. Now don't get me wrong. Saving money is important. But there's a difference between being smart and being miserable. Some people spend so much energy cutting costs that they forget to enjoy life. They avoid experiences, delay opportunities, and constantly live in scarcity mode. Money is a tool, not the goal. The goal is building a life you enjoy. A healthy financial plan allows room for both saving and living. Spend intentionally, save intentionally, invest intentionally, but don't fall into the trap of believing wealth requires constant deprivation. The objective isn't to become the richest person in the cemetery. It's to build freedom while enjoying the journey. This trap destroys more dreams than almost any financial mistake. People convince themselves they've already missed their chance. Maybe they're 30, 40, 41, or even older, and they believe wealth building is only for people who started early. But here's the truth. The market doesn't care when you start. It only cares that you start. Yes, beginning earlier helps. Nobody disputes that. But delaying even longer only makes the problem worse. Imagine two people. One starts investing today, the other waits another 5 years. Who has the better outcome? The person who starts today, every single time. The best opportunity available to you is the one directly in front of you, not the one you missed years ago. Stop looking backward. Start moving forward. Because progress beats regret every time. This may be the most dangerous trap of all. Many people spend months researching, comparing strategies, watching videos, reading articles, analyzing every possible investment option. And during all that time, they invest nothing. They mistake preparation for progress. But knowledge without action creates zero results. Successful investors understand something important. A good plan implemented today is usually better than a perfect plan delayed indefinitely. The market rewards participation, not perfection. You don't need to know everything. You don't need the perfect portfolio. You don't need perfect timing. You simply need to begin. Because every day your money isn't invested is another day compounding isn't working for you. And time is the most valuable asset an investor has. Now here's something most people never realize. Building wealth isn't primarily a money problem. It's a behavior problem. Most people already know what they should do. Spend less than they earn. Avoid bad debt. Invest consistently. Stay patient. The challenge isn't understanding these principles. The challenge is following them year after year. When nobody is watching. When motivation disappears. When markets fall. When life gets busy. That's why successful investors focus on habits. Because habits create results. And results create wealth. The people who reach $100,000 aren't usually geniuses. They're often ordinary individuals who repeatedly make smart decisions. Over and over again. Until those decisions compound into extraordinary outcomes. Here's the exciting part. Once you reach your first $100,000, things begin to change. Not overnight, but noticeably. Your investments become larger. Your returns become larger. Your confidence grows. And your financial stress begins to shrink. For the first time, you see tangible evidence that your strategy is working. The snowball starts rolling faster. And that's why so many investors say the first $100,000 is the hardest. Because every dollar after that has a bigger team helping it grow. Your contributions, your investment returns, and time itself, working together. That's when wealth building becomes less about effort and more about momentum. Let's recap. If you want to build your first $100,000, eliminate high-interest debt, create an emergency fund, increase your income whenever possible, automate your savings, invest consistently, focus on low-cost, diversified investments, ignore shortcuts, stay patient, and most importantly, start today, because your future financial freedom isn't built by one massive decision. It's built by thousands of small decisions repeated consistently. Every dollar you save, every investment you make, every smart financial choice, they're all votes for the future you want. And one day, sooner than you think, you'll look back and realize that the first $100,000 wasn't just a financial milestone. It was the moment everything changed. The moment your money started working harder than you did. The moment financial freedom stopped being a dream and started becoming your reality. So don't wait for the perfect time. Don't wait for a bigger paycheck. Don't wait for next year. Start now. Because the journey to financial freedom begins with a single step. And that step could be today. If you found this video valuable, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more content about investing, personal finance, passive income, and building long-term wealth. And tell us in the comments, what is your biggest financial goal over the next 12 months? Is it saving your first $10,000? Investing consistently? Paying off debt? Or reaching that life-changing $100,000 milestone? We'd love to hear your answer. Thanks for watching, and remember, small actions repeated consistently create extraordinary results. See you in the next video.